Hi, my name is Baron, and in this episode of Gear Up TV, I will be showing you how to shoot time-lapse videos. Now, I will be using the X1000 4K Sony Action Cam, and I will be combining that with the Live View wireless remote from Sony. This wireless remote allows you to connect and control the Action Cam. It takes you to a depth of up to 3 meters underwater. It has 240 minutes of battery life. It is really rugged and it fits onto your wrist, which means you can give your smartphone a rest and take this outdoors with you. Now, before we go on to shoot time-lapse videos, let me show you how to set up your Action Cam for that. To begin our setup for time-lapse, let us first of all remove the Action Cam from its underwater housing. I will pull down on this slide and then I will squeeze and lift up this lever, and then I will go and remove the front portion of the housing. Then I can separate the Action Cam from the underwater housing over here. I'll leave it there. Okay, so I will access the back portion of the Action Cam. I will unlock the back panel, lift it up, and then I will put in a battery. Make sure it clicks in. Okay, next I will put in a memory card. Make sure the memory card is inserted correctly. This is the wrong way, but it will sit in comfortably anyway, right? So you want to put it the right way in, which is without any of the labels facing towards you. I will click it in, and then I'll close the back panel and I will lock it. Okay, now I can turn on the Action Cam by pressing any one of these buttons: previous, next, or the record/enter button. So I will click on next to turn it on. Alright, that's done. Now the first thing I'd like to do once a new memory card has been inserted is to format it. So I'll click on next to cycle through the commands. I want to go to setup. I'll press my enter. Okay, next I'll go on to find for this guy over here, which is config. Come on, config, where are you? There you go, config. I will click enter. Now let's go and look for format. I'll cycle through my commands until I see, where are you, format? Oh, I missed it, but it's alright. I will go to my previous key, format, and then I will click enter. Okay, format, yes. Are you sure? Yes, I am. Okay, now it's formatting the memory card. Let's hang on for a little while. There we go, we're done. So it will bring us back to our main menu. Okay, in this main menu I can choose the different modes, which is I've got looping, I've got my movie mode, I've got my photo, and then I want to choose intervals. But before that, let us go and narrow down our settings for intervals. So let's move on to setup. There was it. I'll just press previous. I click enter. Okay, now let's go and set up our time lapse. Okay, we'll cycle through until we see lapse. Okay, we'll press enter. Now what this means is you're capturing one photo every 10 seconds. As I cycle through that, you can see that I'm capturing one photo every 30 seconds, and then as I go on, I'm capturing one photo every 60 seconds. Okay, which one to use? If you are shooting fast moving subjects like crowds of people, traffic for example, you might want to capture one photo in a smaller amount of time. If you're shooting slow moving subjects, for example, maybe flowers blooming, you might want to go for a 60 seconds one photo. Okay, but we're going to capture some cloud formations. So cloud formations, they move a little bit faster. So let's go on to 10 seconds one photo. Okay, we'll select that by pressing enter. Okay, it brings us back to the main menu, and we can actually already start shooting time-lapse by just pressing the record button or the enter button over here. Okay, Now, before we move on to that, let us have a look at the Live View wireless remote. It will allow me to control and to monitor what the action cam is shooting. So let's turn that on by pressing the on button over here. Okay, see that? Let's press that. Okay, right now it will access the action cam. It will look for an action cam close by and access it. Okay, so as you can see, there is no lag over here. So left, right, up, down. Look at that. There is no lag whatsoever. Okay, so this is really good. Okay, I'll put this down first. Okay, now let's have a look at some of the options the Live View wireless remote offers us. Let's click on the menu over here. Okay, when that is done, I can use the two buttons over here to cycle through. Now this is the mode. When I click enter, I'm now shooting time lapse, but I can choose to shoot videos or photos. Okay, I'll just press the menu again to go back out. Okay, now I press the menu again. Right, now let's go down to the settings for our time lapse. I'll press enter. Okay, as you can see over here, you've got 10 seconds. This is the timing. So 10 seconds, one photo. When I press enter, I can actually access the commands quicker than if I were to go into the action cam. And if the action cam is mounted elsewhere, I could actually use this on my wrist. I can use this to control the action cam. So let's say I decide to go for 30 seconds. So I'll click this. Okay, so we're good to go. Now we can do our time lapse with the Live View wireless remote helping us to do our composition. Really nice combo. So let's go out and shoot ourselves some time lapse. I'll just put the action cam back into its casing and latch it back in. Okay, that was how we do the setup for time-lapse videos using the X1000 4K Sony Action Cam. So I've got my Live View wireless remote all set up on my wrist. Let's go ahead and shoot some time-lapse videos. Let's go to the jungle. I am right in the middle of a jungle somewhere in Raub right now, and I'm going to do a time-lapse using the Sony Action Cam. This is the 4K version. Don't judge, this is a really huge tripod, but this is actually the smallest I have for the Action Cam. It's in position already, so I will combine the Action Cam with this wireless LCD display over here, so that whatever the Action Cam shoots, I can actually see on this LCD display. I know how my positioning is, which is great, and there's hardly any lag here, so that whenever I adjust my positions, I see it in real time. Over here, there is a power bank. Because we're in this for the long haul, we're going to shoot a couple of hours, so we'll see some really nice gradual change of shadows and light, and the battery probably is not going to last that long. So we have a power bank attached. We have a friction arm here to hold on to the power bank. Okay, so we're ready to shoot. Now, what I'll do is I'm going to turn on the Action Cam over here. Press one of these buttons. Okay, so it's on. Now I will turn it to, instead of movie, I'll go past photo, and then we've got interval. Every 10 seconds it shoots an image. To check my position, I will turn on my LCD display over here. All I need to do is just press the on key at the bottom, and there's a connection. You'll search for the Action Cam. My LCD display here is already showing what my Action Cam is pointed at, so I know that I'll get the right framing just by looking at the display over here. I can actually just slip it onto my wrist like this, so I know I can have a look quite nicely what I'm shooting. Yeah, so I'm just going to press the record button over here and we're good to go. I've set it to every 10 seconds, one photo. Okay. For slower moving subjects, it is best if we capture less photos for a given amount of time. This is because time is compressed when we play it back and the action is sped up. In our cloud formation, for example, we captured one photo every 10 seconds. But what if the subject was faster? What if it was people formation instead? Malaysians painting their faces according to the Malaysia flag colors, gathering together to form the Malaysian flag on Malaysia Day. We captured one photo every 5 seconds. We took our action cam, we connected a battery pack to the action cam, and then we mounted it onto a tripod. We left it there for hours. And this is how it turned out. It was beautiful. Thank you for watching this episode of Gear Up TV. We hope that we've helped you become better at videography, and we wish you all the best in producing your own time-lapse videos. Remember, gear up and shoot it great!